It was a quiet evening in 2025. The city lights shimmered under a calm sky, and people went about their routines, families eating dinner, students studying, and workers returning home. No one had the slightest idea that in a hidden military bunker thousands of miles away, a moment was unfolding that could change the fate of the world. Inside that bunker, a young radar operator named Armin stared at his screen. He had seen thousands of signals before, birds, satellites, aircraft, but this one was different. A bright red dot had appeared out of nowhere, moving fast, heading straight toward their country. Armin blinked, thinking it was a glitch. But the alarm behind him suddenly began to flash. A cold message appeared, potential incoming missile. His heart froze. Within seconds, the entire bunker erupted in noise. Officers rushed to their stations, phones rang non-stop, and emergency protocols were activated. Above ground, sirens began to echo through nearby cities as the world stepped closer to the edge of destruction. The news spread like wildfire. Television channels switched to breaking news. Social media exploded with fear. People stepped outside, staring at the sky as if they might see the threat approaching. Some prayed, others panicked. No one knew what was really happening. In the bunker, military leaders gathered around a large digital map. The red dot was still moving. If it was indeed a missile, they had only minutes to respond. One wrong decision could start a nuclear war. One wrong assumption, and millions could die. The general in charge had sweat running down his face. "Do we retaliate?" he asked the experts. "Is it real?" No one dared to answer. Meanwhile, in another part of the world, another secret command center had detected the same object. Their officers were also panicking. Their leaders were also questioning what to do. Rival nations, both terrified, both unsure, both only one step away from pressing the button no one ever wanted to press. As fear spread, memories of past close calls resurfaced. The world had nearly ended before, because of a malfunctioning computer, a misread satellite, even a flock of geese mistaken for a missile attack. Humanity had survived those moments only because of a few calm minds who chose not to panic. But tonight, calm minds were hard to find. Outside, families gathered in living rooms watching the news. Mothers held their children close. Old men whispered prayers. Everyone waited for an answer, some kind of reassurance, that this wasn't the end. Back in the bunker, Armin stared closely at the data. Something didn't feel right. The speed, the angle, it wasn't acting like a missile. His voice trembled as he turned to the general and said, "Sir, I don't think this is a weapon. We need more time to analyze." "Time?" the general replied. "We may not have time." But Armin insisted, "If we launch now, and this is a mistake, the world will end because of us." The general fell silent. Just then, a message arrived from the neighboring nation. "We also see the object. Investigation ongoing. Do not respond. Possibly not a missile." The officers exchanged tense looks. Hope flickered. Minutes passed like hours. The red dot moved closer, closer, and then suddenly slowed down. Alarms went quiet. The object began breaking apart in the sky. Armin's screen flashed a final update. Object identified. Deorbiting satellite. Non-threat. A broken satellite. A harmless piece of space junk falling back to Earth. The bunker erupted with sighs of relief. Some laughed nervously. Some collapsed into their chairs. The general closed his eyes, whispering, "Thank God." Above ground, people slowly returned to their lives, unaware of how close they came to the edge. Just minutes earlier, the world stood on the brink of nuclear war. Not because someone wanted it, but because of a misunderstanding. Peace had survived, this time, not because of weapons, but because someone chose patience over panic. The night went quiet again, but the lesson remained. The threat of nuclear war is real, and sometimes the smallest mistake can bring the world to the edge. But as long as humanity chooses communication, calmness, and wisdom, there is hope. If you want more powerful stories like this, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Stay aware, and always stand on the side of